Well, guys, I have never been really a political individual, and I've never really liked to politicize, but this kind of says it all in the coronavirus situation at this point. Politicians and the voters on the bottom, an outhouse, and the politicians are pooping on the voters. And that's kind of how it is, I do believe. Anyway, let's get to this week's video. Well, if you look back here, you can see there's something missing in my dad's yard. And of course, that is the tiny house. We have gotten rid of the tiny house. We did sell it, and that I made about $1,500 off it, above and beyond the materials. Nothing for labor really, but if you want to call it $1,500, my labor or whatever. So that's gone. And we're on to doing some searching for the next piece of equipment to head north and be able to do some canoeing and camping. Well, this is only a two-wheel drive, but it is a 3/4 ton. It's a Dodge. It's got a little bit of rust. Of course, everything does in Michigan, but it's pretty clean underneath. And anyway, I called on it because it had such low miles, and I like the idea that I could pull a travel trailer with it, and I could because here's where we're at with things. The van, don't get me wrong, it's fine, and I have a lot of things I like about it, but it looks like crap. It needs to be painted, and I don't know if I'm going to get to paint it for quite a while yet, because it's just too cold here to get it to painted, and it's not going to look very good anyway. I mean, I keep working on trying to get it, but it looks so bad, and it draws so much attention because of how it looks. And again, it's got a lot of miles on it. I don't know where we're at with everything on it, and what if there's anything going to be needed. But this thing here, this only has 110,000 miles on it. Now, what's happened with it is it's had a new engine put in it, and the new engine and the transmission put in it. Now, I don't care about the four-wheel drive so much. I just want 3/4 ton, because I would love to possibly still maybe a camper here, maybe the pop-up camper, or a travel trailer. But this would pull a travel trailer. It's got a huge V8 in it. Again, gas mileage won't be that great, but for the next 6-8 months, we're going to be cheap on gas. We're at $1.17 here in our area as it is. So, and this thing will pull a travel trailer, and you won't even know it's there. This has a big V8 in it. This has a small V8. The van only has a little tiny 4.6. This has got almost a 5.8, I think maybe even a 6.0. I mean, it's a huge V8, so it does burn gas, but it'll jerk a trailer around, and you could get any size you want. I'm having a hard time finding a small travel trailer, such as a 20-footer or 22-footer. Most of them are all 28 and 30 footers, which are kind of big, but so those are the things we're kind of looking at and working on. I'm gonna try and meet this guy tomorrow just to take it for a ride and just kind of check it out a little bit and whatnot. I wished it was an 8-foot bed, but the other nice part about it is it's nice having this because you can put so much storage in there. So anyway, that's where we're at with this. It's just a matter of trying to find the right thing for the right thing I want to do, and with this little teeny bit of miles on it, I feel pretty confident in it that I can haul butt on out to out west, and this coming winter, the following next winter, which would be, that's my goal anyways, to get out west and be able to do some things out there, such as canoeing and hiking and all those things this coming year for sure. All right, I gotta get going on. I gotta pick up some food. All right, so the other option that we have with the van is we keep the van, and basically you can kind of see right up in here, we would cut this all out right in here all the way to here, and then take this all out and extend that up 1.5 feet. And I'll move this camera around here so you guys can just kind of see me here. Alright, so you know, the other plan is I could lift this up and I'd make it out of plywood with a couple windows on this side and this side, a little window, just plexiglass, not something you can open, and then a little, you know, something coming up like this, and then, you know, over and that, and it would just give me the opportunity to stand up, change my clothes, and I could cook here and stand up. I would, of course, I'd take the bed back and move that back here and kind of revamp a lot of stuff in here. So, you know, and, you know, as I go ahead and keep the van, spend the summer with it, keep looking for another possibility of a truck. Let me open that door back up. We gotta make sure we pump some. Yeah, what we could do is you know, keep the van and keep everything going. Now the other side to that is I've got to get a God bless that door. Anyway, is let's see, where was I at? The other thing we could do is, or if I did keep it, I've got to get a trailer. I'll have to get a little utility trailer just to kind of put all my stuff in, my tools and all my things and excess stuff, and then make the little rack on top of that a trailer to carry my canoe and of course anything else. And I am going to get a generator. I would put some solar on this, but I want to pick up one of the good generators, and I think I'm going to get the Predator. The Predator E2000 or something like that. It's quiet. There's good reviews on it, and it's an inverter generator, so it's easy on the electronics and stuff because it shoots a pure sine, you know, and instead of something that's, you know, jaggedy in not being a pure sine. It's you know, you can look that all up. I don't really understand. Only what I've read. But anyway, that's kind of where I'm at with that. I'm going to go take the truck for a ride today just for curious. Well, here's the other thing that's got, the Secretary of State's is closed down. So you really have a hard time transferring title, transferring plate, and doing all those things. It's like almost a 30-day wait to try and get everything into there. And I want to, you know, I'm looking to get the heck out of here the end of the week, and I'm gonna go. You know, some of the fishing stuff opens, which is walleye and northern pike, and then of course perch, bluegill, and all that's still open, but that opens the end of the week here, and trout fishing opens up for brook trout. So I'm going to start working my way north and start hitting some lakes and start fishing and start doing, you know, those type of contents and actually camping out and whatnot. I'm tired of sitting around. There's just no sense in it now that everything is kind of, I guess, moving the way it's moving. Yeah, you know, the thing. The camper trailer, it's hard for me to find a camper trailer. I found one yesterday, and I was going to go see it today, and it's about 3 hours away, which I just don't want to. I'd rather see something on my way up, and rather than drive 3 hours south. And anyway, I see that it's sold, and because it was a good buy. It was only $1,000. It was a tandem axle. It was like a 21-foot travel trailer, and it was really a nice little trailer, and that's why I went so quickly. It seems that those are gone really quick. I've missed out on another one also. So, you know, I can take the summer and just kind of look and possibly find that right one, and maybe, you know, if I go out west, I could find a better truck out there that would not have any rust and all that. I could do that too. So there's a lot of things and a lot of options. So maybe just keeping the van. And I hate to say it, I love the van. I really have gotten quite attached to it. This week I think I would take it in and have the engine light fixed, which is a like ETG, some valve that, or some sensor that burns the exhaust, reburns it. And I don't know anything about those, and it's hard to get underneath to do anything. So I want to take that in, have that repaired, and that done. I got a fuse that's blown on my cigarette lighter and stuff. I want to fix that. And what other things? Oh, I was thinking about getting a really nice set of tires, some really beefier tires. I'll take the back ones, which are 245s, R15s, and I'll put them on the front, and then I'll get 255s, aggressive treads for the back, and that would beef it up a little bit. And I may do that. I don't know, because I went and priced it out, and it's only like $250 to have that done, and that's getting the tires at $75 a piece, and then they'll do the rest of it for kind of a pro bono for buying the tires. So there's the kind of things we got to look at to do. I love that truck. I really like that Dodge, just because I'm a truck guy. I love 3/4 tons trucks. I love trucks that sit up off the ground. I love beefy trucks, and that one is. And I've always been a truck guy. I owned my first truck when I was 16 years old, when I first got my license, and I've owned numerous trucks since then, and I've only owned a couple of cars. I love trucks. They're just me. I can't help it. And I did look up, and it looks like our fuel, the cost of oil is at 16 or 17 bucks a barrel right now. So the analysts have said probably 2 to 3 months that the gas prices will be down. So I guess that's kind of a good thing, because this truck is not very good on gas. I get 16 with the van. That's only going to get like 14. I mean, it's a big engine. It's a 5.4. This is only a 4.6, so it's got some more power to it. But I'm kind of stuck trying to get anything done till maybe the end of May, when everything opens up. It's just kind of where I'm sitting, and I'm stuck kind of in that regard. But I think I could lift this in probably 2 days and get it sealed in with that rubber. I'd use some really good rubber. Ice and shield stuff to seal it, just to make sure. That's the biggest thing, just so you don't have any leaks. And again, I don't want to do the whole van. I don't need that. I just need, it would end up being, what is it going to be, 2 foot, about 4 foot, 4.5 foot that I would open up. And that's kind of what I'm thinking. So that is my alternative to this. But I will take the truck for a ride just to see, and I shouldn't, because I'll probably fall in love with, the big and the beefiness of the truck. That's probably my American thing in me, is I love a big truck, and that truck would pull a 28-foot trailer, or any trailer, with no problems at all. And that'd be fun to go out west with. And it's got the camper on it. And I thought of doing, just fix a camper up in there, and I can get away for a few months just camping in that. I probably would do it and pull the plug on it if I didn't have to sit around for another 30 days to try and get into a Secretary of State's to get transfer title plate and all that stuff. And of course, that's money on top of that. Is you've got sales tax, transfer title. I'm looking at probably 120 on sales tax, then 15 on transfer title, and then the insurance might be just a little bit less than the van. I'm not positive, because the truck is 4 years less than this van, so that might drop that down a little bit. But so anyway, that's where that's at. So I want to kind of get you up to par as to what we're doing, what we're at, where we're going with this stuff, and where my ideas are cranking. I think I have a kind of like a Dometic fridge that will run. This is I don't know. I'm going to try it. I'm getting it for $150 less than what it retails for, almost $200 less than what it retails for. But it runs on propane, it runs on 120, and it runs on 12 volt. And it's just it's like a little Dometic 45 quart, maybe even a 35 quart. I don't know. It's south of here about an hour, and I might run down and grab that because I really want to be able to keep stuff cold. I have to be able to keep stuff cold. And again, I can throw my solar panel that I've already purchased. I got to pick up in the Upper Peninsula. I've got a 200 or 300 watt solar panel to throw on the top here, and and I've got the inverter, and I just need to pick up probably one AGM, and I can kind of continually roll that and keep the fridge going on that, and I can charge a few things in that. But the generator will be just a nice backup to have for running the power tools, things of that nature, where I can work on stuff as I'm moving and traveling and stuff up through all these rivers and camping and stuff. So, all right, guys, peace out, and I'll get this up for you guys.